This is an analysis for the Saucony Hurricane 25. We analyzed the shoes by utilizing structural parameter testing data, mathematical modeling, our clinical experience and knowledge in the mechanisms for injuries. So first of all, we test our shoes on our testing apparatus, and here we test the shoes for midfoot stability, hindfoot stability, vertical support, energy return, and cushioning. With this information, it goes into our mathematical model, and from there we interpret or analyze the shoe. So we do two complete tests. One, testing the shoe without its insole to get its potential shoe stability index, and one with the insole to get its shoe stability index. So testing this shoe without its insole, it had a potential shoe stability index of 4.27, and that places it in our database at the bottom of the neutral stability category. So we categorize our shoes as neutral, stability, minimal stability, moderate stability, and high stability. So with its insole, we got a shoe stability index of minus 3.7. So that shoe tested way below the lowest shoe tested in our database. And what that also shows is that the insole reduced the potential shoe stability by 175%, minus 175%. That's a very poor insole translation. So let's take a look at the shoe being fully tested with its insole. So it weighed in at 11.3 ounces. It tested to have minimal midfoot stability with a torsional control index of 32 inch-pounds. It tested to have minimal hindfoot stability of 13.68 with a vertical compression index of 13.68. That indicates a ultra soft midsole under the heel, and that creates a very unstable hindfoot. So the next thing we test for is vertical support or loaded heel to toe drop. This shoe tested to have negative vertical support, and it tested to have a minus 5.68 millimeters loaded heel to toe drop. Which that meant is when we loaded the rear foot to 100 pounds vertically, it dropped below the forefoot, and that creates more tension on the posterior calf complex. So because this shoe has minimal hindfoot stability and negative vertical support, we do not recommend the shoe for those with lower extremity and posterior calf complex related issues. And that includes tight and painful calves, heel pain, Achilles tendonitis, runner's knee, knees, and iliotibial band pain. When we grade a shoe by its performance, we look at its weight and we look at its energy return. This shoe weighed in fairly heavy at 11.3 ounces, but it had a very high energy return with being substantially over, having a rebound being substantially over 25 millimeters. Because the shoe weighs so much, we would categorize it probably below a medium fast category. Again, we grade our performance by slow, medium fast, fast, and ultra fast. So summarizing the shoe, who we would recommend it to, we would recommend it to neutral to mild pronators of light stature, void of lower extremity and posterior calf complex related issues.